Welcome to Tai Chi. Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kick your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift your weight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up your span, parallel feet, cross and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift your weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good Tai Chi posture, incorporating growing taller. Okay. Grow a little bit taller. How do we do that? Grounding our feet, making it firm, acting as our foundation, stretching out our ankle, leg, knee muscles, hips, waist, straightening out our spine, growing taller with our neck erect, along with our head muscles, dipping down your chin slightly, stretching your arms so that they're as if wrapped around a big tree trunk. Okay, remembering your danten always. Okay, and I'm going to open up a little bit more. We're going to be a golden cockerel. Here we go. Shift your weight, center and up. Last set. Kicking out. One more set. How do we hold our ball on a T stance? Where is our energy stored? Out on an L, move that ball. Part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, hold your ball. Out on an L, move that ball. Here it is. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, T and ball. Out on an L, move that ball. Stretch. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, hold your ball. Center, move that ball. Get your stretch. Sit down, sit back. Pivot, hold your ball. We're going to ward off. Out and to the side, ward off. Turn the hips and waist, bring down the bird's tail. Look back, turn, square contact push, separate and roll back. And roll forward. we're going to apparently close. Sit back, sit down, twist, open, in, tuck that right hand inside to embrace your tiger, pulling him up, rotating and pushing out. And dropping our shoulders, making ourselves small as we flex our knees to close our form. Okay, part of our drill now is to do 4 things. First, we're going to do parting of the wild horse's mane. Then we're going to do brush knee. Then we're going to do grasping of the bird's tail. And the 4th one is repulsing. And when we do it, it's going to be part of our warm-up, but it's also going to be part of making the modifications. So the modification 1 is the ball comes in closer, the ball comes out, and the angle becomes a little bigger in the pocket area in your underarm. Hands at your waist, out, twist step, hold your ball, move that ball in an L, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball, move that ball. Here it is. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball, L ball, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, move that ball on an L. Here it is. Sit back, sit down, pivot, move that ball, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball, L, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, L, ball, long. Sit back, sit down, pivot, L, keep your shape. Sit back, sit down, pivot, walk in that direction, move the ball long. Sit back, sit down, pivot, continue, move that ball, part the wild horse's mane. No words, do it yourself. Just continue. One more. Okay, good. Go back. Sleep. Everybody's got to refine it a little bit more. So one thing, maybe the word is not bounce, but it sort of is the word bounce. When you bounce, you're up and down. But in Tai Chi, you don't bounce. There is an ebb and flow, definitely. But the level in which you play or do Tai Chi should be the same. So I'm going to show you what I think bounce is doing to you. You're bouncing. You're bouncing. Keep it pretty steady. Don't bounce. It's jerky. It's bouncing. So how do you get out of that bounciness, okay? And everybody can improve. You decide what level or how low you can comfortably do Tai Chi. You know that those performers and demonstrators are very low. They take the low stance. For us, it's somewhere little lower than a high stance, okay? Because of age and because of when we started doing Tai Chi. But it still, nevertheless, should never be a bounce. So if this is my comfortable level, when I move, I don't bounce, no matter what I'm doing. This is just a sit back, but it's not bouncing up or bouncing down. So be careful of that, okay? I know in your urgency to make sure that you do this correctly, you can still do it smoothly. And right now, maybe we have that dot a little bit angular, but slowly we want to be able to smooth it out. And when I say stretch, you can say the word stretch to yourself, because when it allows you to then stretch, it's a fullness, and you feel that little of a tension, but yet a little bit of a relaxation. So this applies to all of Tai Chi, what I just said. I'm especially looking for the people who are bouncing, and I think we all do some of that. So kind of smooth it out as you practice. Okay, the next one's going to be brush knee. So when we brush our knee now, just a refresher, we're like this. This hand is higher. This backhand is higher. This takes a lot of coordination and timing. Timing is the name of the game. So we're here, and we want to come down this way to come out this way. If we do not come down far enough, it's not going to help us. This hand is not helping me. This hand rather than the parallel hand has to come down further so that it can make that curve to brush your knee. If it sits too high, by the time I bring this down, this hand is too late. It needs to come down earlier. Okay? Don't forget now, this is the motion. Can I get you to do this motion so I know what you mean? Face me on a T, and your backhand is higher. This is the motion. As soon as your hand comes to your ear, this hand releases as well as the heel. Can we do it? Can you show me? Ear, hand, heel. Ear, hand, heel. Turn the hips and waist and brush your knee. Okay? Like this, okay? Everybody like this? Practice. Ear and hand. Ear and hand. Ear and hand, come down a little lower. Ear and hand. Ear, hand, and heel. Ear, hand, and heel. I'm getting ready to make my bow step, okay? Ready? Ear, hand, heel, turn, brush your knee. One more, sit back, twist, parallel higher. Ear, hand, heel, turn, brush your knee. All right, let's try that for a drill. We're twist step to the left, parallel, right hand higher. Begin. Ear, hand, heel, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, parallel higher, ear, hand, heel, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, ear, hand, heel, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, ear, hand, heel, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down. Pivot out. Ear, hand, heel, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Brush your knee. And brush your knee. Continue. Back. So for whatever reason, maybe because there's more tasks involved in this movement, it seems like you're flowing a little better. be careful not to keep your hand high and stiff like this. So in this motion here, it's to get it down low, lower, not higher. If you get it up higher, I find myself raising my shoulders. You want to be able to come down and around. You don't want to stay high and around. It's not too logical. You want to bring this down, and the momentum is down, out, and around. You don't want to stay high, out, and around. This is a useless hand. It's not helping me to make that curvature to come around. Basically, we are still bringing this back hand in this direction, whether you call it ear, whether you call it whatever, it's in this direction. But the bigger or more important point is that this is a simultaneous movement. But beyond that, this hand comes down lower to help us with this motion, okay? So if you understand what we demonstrate and you can understand what we verbalize, then take that piece, those pieces home and work on it, and then come back, look at things, and then try to figure it out. So some of the things, we can stand here and say, this is how it's done, this is how you should do it, look, can't you see, don't you get it? But for some of us, and most of us, including me, I don't really get it until I somehow, something clicks in and my body says, oh, that's what it's meant to. Okay, so I think we have to give ourselves a little space, but know that we said it, know that it's something that needs to be worked on, and move from there, okay? All right. In Repulse, okay, let's do grasping of the bird's tail. Here's a refresher, root it down. That's where my energy is stored. Come out, I ward off. Turn the hips and waist. Make sure you come down and sit back and sit down. Don't forget to contact, not only at your baby finger, but the whole palm of your hand. Don't forget to come down and make yourself small, and then come back up as long as you can see the tips of your fingers, okay? All right, let's go. Pivot out, right hand on the top, move that ball on the nail, ward off. Bird's tail. Turn, square, contact, force out, sit back, and forward. Sit back, twist, hold your ball, L, ward off. Turn the hips and waist. Contact, force out. Roll back. Roll forward. Sit back, twist, ball, L, ward off. Long. Cross the bird's tail. Contact correctly, push. Roll back. Roll forward. Sit back. Twist. Move that ball. Ward off. But yet, cross the bird's tail. Pull it down, sit back. Know what is substantial and what is insubstantial. Define it a little bit more. Sit back, twist, ball, move, ward off. Get that pocket. Then grasp the bird's tail. Pull it down. Don't keep it so high. keep up the good work. Wear your mittens. Are you engaging your core? Last one. Give it a good sit back. All right, very good. I don't know whether it's the music or the flow of the energy that I think it's pretty good, okay? But I know for a fact that there's still room for improvement, and so do you, right? Don't forget, you need to define your shape. You need to define what you're doing. We are not doing a half parting of the wild horse's mane and then a ward off. Or the opposite, we are not doing a parting of the wild horses saying, oh, I need to ward off. You already have it in your mind, and that's why your mind is active and helping you to concentrate, that we're going to ward off. Know what you're going to do before you start your movement. It shows that you're not clear what you want to do. Make that clear, okay? So you know that it's not giving a snack, it's using the forearm to push your opponent. You need to show that, you need to think that through, okay? All right. In repulsing of the monkey, it sort of bothers me because we learn well that we are supposed to keep one hand that's in the center, and we're supposed to be, it's supposed to be helping us when we move. We know even from the 10 form, this is like our stabilizer, because when we move into the 24 and the 16, we're setting ourselves up. We're learning it correctly so that we can move on smoothly. However, we need to remind ourselves that when this is in the center and this is up higher, and we're actually in movement, we bring this to our ear area and we lift at the same time. And we are pushing our opponent away. If we are pushing our opponent away and he is standing in front of you, can you do a good job by doing this? Can you do a good job doing this? I'm supposed to be looking at where my target is, both on the backwards motion each time. So say you don't care about repulsing the monkey, and you don't care about the monkey or any martial arts intent. This hand is important. It's keeping us centered just the way our ball is centering us in the middle of our body. Therefore, it should be as steady as possible to keep us in better balance. So there are spin-offs. If you don't want to use that imagery that you're actually pushing someone away, then use it as a safety measure and say, yes, I know that this is important. Therefore, I'm going to keep that as steady as I can and make sure that the hands meet. Do you understand? Okay, so let's do it wrong. Let's see if I can do it wrong. Okay, so I have this correctly. I'm here. There is no intent. This hand is just a hand out there. I need to focus more on it, okay? All right, let's see if that'll help, because that should help you with your balance. So let's turn around now. You don't have to watch me, right? I can watch you. I can repulse all these monkeys over there. All right, left foot on a line, right foot on another line, drag it back 45 degrees and get your good comfortable position. Left hand in the center, right hand up higher. You're going to put your weight on the back. Here we go. Up, ear, down toe, target, repulse 1. Open, glance, higher, up, down, heel, repulse 2. Keep that glance in the front. Now turn up, down, target, target. Don't turn yet. Turn your palms up, glance back, down, heel, look at your target. One more. Center, glance behind, ear, target, push, pull. Actually more. Center, open, look, turn, repulse. Center, open, look, up, repulse. Center, open, look, up, meet, down. One more. Center, higher, look, turn, repulse, final. Okay, good. So you're now aware of stuff that maybe you took for granted or didn't really pay much attention to. If you find that you're too low and you want to come up higher for whatever reason, maybe you're not sure of going backwards, just make sure that you know what is substantial, what is insubstantial, where your foot goes, where your heel goes. This is fine. Pivot on the ball of your foot, come back out this way. Make sure you're sitting back. Once you sit back, you're preparing yourself for a lift up, back, down, pivot, here. So every little element adds to making this a safe movement, and yet when you smooth it out, it's a beautiful movement. But you have to take care of little itty-bitty things, okay? And especially your head, because that's where your eyes are. And if people are watching, or I'm watching, and I see that you're off the course, off your target, I feel like you're not concentrating enough, okay? Focusing on the wrong thing. And not so much here, but in maiden works or shuttle, no matter what you're doing, your head is still erect. You don't have to tip your head, or you don't have to do anything or bob your head, but you need to focus and keep that silk silver thread intact, no matter what the movement is. Even when we're doing this, our silk silver thread is still intact. Okay, and don't be afraid. You push him away first. You get this first. You get your form first. Then your weight in the back, then you're allowed to come up. And you know that don't be in a rush, okay? Don't be in a rush. And how you turn your hand and when you turn your hand is important. Okay, let's move on.
Lucille went through a lot this morning in terms of what you folks have been drilling. But I'm going to concentrate on, well, 3 things. Substantial, sit back, and then at least describe repulsing the monkey, the intention. Okay? What we tend to do is when we move backwards is not sit back. This is not sitting back. It's sit back is, so if everybody's going to sit back, go ahead and get yourself into sort of this kind of a position. 1 foot in front of the other, whichever one. And then you get back and you sit down. You sit back. Your knee should be bent. The hip should be bent. See, you're not coming back this way. You are. You see the top of my body sort of angles. Sit back. Because otherwise, a lot of people are just coming back, going forward. But if you really are sitting back, you put full substantial power on this leg so that this leg can do anything. Versus if you're back here like this, you're sort of, this leg is not quite free, and this leg is not quite dedicated to being your foot. So concentrate back and down. That's sitting back. And you get the tension at the top of your thighs there. When you first start to do that, not very comfortable. But as you go on, you will build strength. Okay? The second thing is, think about when you do substantial or any movement. Establish substantiality before you move on to whatever is the movement at hand. A lot of times people are so interested in saying, oh, I got to grasp the bird's tail. So I just get into my position and I just come forward. You come this way. Yeah. Set this leg before you even think about putting this foot here. And when you come out, okay, now you set this foot, and then you can do this. Then you sit back, set this foot before you're going to be coming back this way. Okay, think about sometimes just going through the litany of saying, move, set, go. Move, set, go. You take that, in the beginning it's sort of tedious because the transition between set and go, sometimes you sort of become stuck, versus eventually it gets smoother in your mind in terms of set, move, set, move, okay? And this other one in terms of repulsing the monkey, the intention, that and also grasping the bird's tail. The backward hand movement is a grasp, okay? For instance, we're here, okay? This hand will become the grasping hand. Right now, from a balance, from a choreographic standpoint, the emphasis is to make sure that you stay here because this is in the middle. And it helps you orient yourself, okay? You come up, push, but this hand should be grabbing. It's a let's see. From here, push. The hand comes up, and this comes here. This helps you center. When you give here and you give here, what happens? Stability. Stability. And then from here, push, but you're grabbing. And when you grab, you sit back. The dreaded sit back. But that helps you to grab. Okay? So remember the sit back, remember the intention. Just also with grasping the bird's tail, it's here and here. This hand, the intention of this hand is to grab the opponent's wrist. And this is to apply pressure to his elbow. So you come from here forward, position this hand to where you're going to be, but this hand is coming up to say grasp. So it's not a nebulous going up. You have an intention here. If you want to remind yourself, you're saying, okay, I will bend my hand. But when you see some people do it, it looks very stylized. So you don't know what they're doing. But it's a grab, okay? So remember that.
Let's go through the 24 and see if we can apply what we did or learned. One more suggestion, okay? So we're going to sit back, we're going to pat the horse, we're going to cross, step out to the left, and the hands open this way. You know the rest, okay? And then when you come back this way, away from this foot, you're going to come down, and then a double punch, okay? Commencing form. Open, rotate, deep breath, set. Bring that hand down to brush your knee. Out. Brush your knee, final. Half step. Rock the front foot and play your lute. Repulse Monkey. Center open. Look at your target. Center open. Repulse 2. Repulse 3. Cross the bird's tail. Contact. Go down. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Cup. T, cup. Hook. Out. Sit back, sit down, pivot, cloud hands, use your hips and waist. Lip and meet and open. Lip, meet and close. Make your body work for you. Cloud hands is not just hands. Hook, out, half step, sit back, iPad on the horse, cross, out to your left, just hands, shuttle on the right. And sit back and out. Hold your ball, heel, roll, push. Half step to the back. Step the left, right hand, angle it to the bottom of the seat. Touch, extend, flatten out that flash arm. Sit back, pivot, twist, deflect, carry, punch, touch, go down, sit down, pivot, open, in, tuck that right hand inside as you embrace your tiger, push out, drop your shoulders. So you're not out of your Tai Chi posture. You're just rested, relaxed, still in your posture. And if you can maintain that posture throughout all your activities, that would be perfect, okay? All right. This is your target and this is up higher. So something in the front is lower and centered and something is up higher, okay? That's a general thing. So what is this? What is this? Single whip. Is this centering and is this up higher? Yes, okay. What about flash arms? Okay, and I'm just pulling things off the top of my head where I'm using two hands. Okay, so the back hand is usually higher, the front hand is usually centered and lower. Getting back to what we just talked about. Okay? So once you learn something very well, you can make those connections and apply it to all of the Yang family. Okay? So maybe if you go back to the 10 form, you say, hey, you know, there's a certain purpose here and there's a certain purpose here. Okay? And it's always high. When you repulse the monkey, some of you, don't swing back. Don't swing back too back. The height may be okay, but all you need to do is slightly. But this is too much because I'm turning my hips to get to that hand. All you need to do is come up slightly, as long as it's not across from you, but slightly back, whatever the angle, whatever degree that is. Okay, white crane. How does white crane spreads its wings? So in the end of the motion, white crane spreads its wings like this, like this, like this, on the back foot, and it's open. So these are his wings that are spread out like this. Okay, so can we get to this point? Left foot on your toe, right foot posted down on a 45 degree. Right hand about forehead and palm facing the garden, okay? And mine is towards the street. And this one is way down here. So these are your wings. These, and actually take the right hand and move it out a little bit. Move it out a little bit to the side of your right body. Right hand side, okay? So it's like this. And then put your weight on the back so that what happens, what it can say, it's not only back, which is horrible because I feel like I'm going to fall back. For security, I'm going back to sit down and plant myself down for security, okay? This is how white crane spreads his wings. Now, when you bisect your body, you turn the top hand towards the edge of your shoulder blade and you move it down as if you were going to go 2 inches below your navel, and that's your bisect. So can we have it out here again? Weight on the back. We're going to bisect by turning that top hand so that it touches or faces that edge of the shoulder blade. Come down to our navel and then come back. Brush your knee. Okay? So that's one segment that I'll teach a little further. The other segment is how do we form the wings to come out. So if you can watch, we are in the last parting of the wild horse's knee. Half step forward, hold your ball. Spin it towards the right. One more time and then you're going to do it, okay? Or see where you can help yourself to form, to spread out your wings, okay? So we're in the last parting of the wild horse's mane. Half step forward, that means on your toe. Make your ball. Push everything towards the right. Sit back on your back. Okay, so do it with me. Left hand on the top, right hand on the bottom. We're going to spin the ball, but move and to the right. Bring up the right hand, the left hand comes down, and it comes to the sweeps to the side. Okay, let's do that again. Not moving yet, okay? I'm not moving with our feet much, okay? Spin the ball, veer to the right. Left hand comes towards the right. Right hand up higher, spreads its wings. One more time, left hand on the top, holding your ball. Spin the ball to the right. Right hand comes up, left hand swings out. One more time. Swing to the right, bring it up, sweep it across, set. All right, let's do it. On a T-step, we're doing the last parting of the wild horse's mane. Left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top. Here we go. Out on an L, move that ball, part the wild horse's mane. Half step forward, hold your ball. Spin the ball to the right, sweep across with your left hand, set it down, white crane. Bisect, drop the front foot, and you're on your way to brush your knee. Okay, one more time and then that's all. Okay, we're brushing our knee. Left hand on the bottom. Bring it out into an L, part the wild horse's mane. Here it is, stretch. Half step forward, hold your ball on your toe, veer to the right, up and across with your left, set. Turn that top hand, then bisect. Swing back and bring that bottom hand down faster and around. One more time, sit back, brush your knee, parallel higher, bring it down, get that momentum. Last time, sit back, twist, multitask, bring it down and around. Half step, sit back, rock, play your lute on your heel. So when you play your lute on your heel, there should be no bend in that left front foot. Your weight is purely on the back, and you lift up your front foot and you say it is insubstantial. Okay? So right there you could probably feel some ache in that back. That's what you want. That's what you want, okay? But go slowly on it. Understand what we try to impart, understand what you see, then try to make your body do it, okay? And it can do it over time. And I think the most important piece is that don't just sit back and say, this is sit back. Use your gua to sit back, sit down. If you choose just to sit back, you have no stability. It's arching your back and you're not using the best use of your central core here. So make sure you sit back, sit down, then lift to test. Okay? And I think the more you are aware of it, the more flexibility you can get into it and the stronger you can. Hey, thanks for the good listening.